Hey guys, thanks for joining me. This is Angie at Chicken Scratch. This is the project we're making today, and this is week 2 of the 12 weeks of Halloween. And watch this. It has 9 Hershey Nuggets inside. How fun. Okay, so let me give you the supplies. We've got basic black, 11 by 3 3/4. Another piece of basic black that is 8 7/8 by 7. We have Highland Heather. I've already die cut this, so you will need a scrap to die cut that. Basic black scraps to cut out your spider web. Basic white for the greeting. And then we have 2 pieces of the cute Halloween Designer Series paper that measure 1 3/8 by 4 3/8. And then we have one that measures 3 by 1. Now, if you want to do all 9 nuggets, then you're going to need 9 pieces that measure 3 by 1. I'm only going to do 1 in the video because I don't need another 9 nuggets covered with this paper, okay? So let me start by stamping the greeting. So we're using the Frightfully Cute bundle, and that includes the stamp set and the Frightful Tags dies. We are using 3 of the dies in today's project. That would be the spider web, this little cute die, and then the circle, okay? Here's the greeting. So I'm just gonna stamp it with Memento ink. And while that's drying, let's go ahead and cover our Hershey Nugget. You've probably already done one of these, but there are new crafters being born every day, so I like to show all the steps. So I'm gonna take some glue dots and put, oh, I forget that these are now in reverse order. It's gonna take me a while to get adjusted to these backwards glue dots. I still haven't found out if that's a mistake or if that's intentional. Okay, so just wrap this around. And fold that over. And there is our nugget. So you're going to need 9 of those for this box, okay? Now we're going to take this and cut it out. So this is the die. I'm going to use my mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. It's perfect for these little projects. It doesn't weigh very much, so it's really easy to pick up and move off of your desk. Put it on and remove it. Okay, there's that. Make sure I get my die and don't lose it. Okay, so now I'm going to take the Simply Scored scoring tool, and I'm going to take the 11 by 3 3/4 piece of cardstock, and I'm going to score it at 1/2 inch and 1 1/8 on all 4 sides. Okay, so 1/2 inch and 1 1/8. 1/2 inch and 1 1/8. 1/2 inch, 1 1/8. 1/2 inch and 1 1/8. Then I'm going to take the 8 7/8 by 7 piece, and on the 7-inch side, I'm going to score it at 3/4, 2 3/8, 3 1/8, 4 3/4, and 5 1/2. All these measurements will be on the free inspiration sheet and the box template, okay? So I'm going to fold and burnish on all the score lines on both pieces. Okay, we'll set this aside, and now we'll do this one. Burnishing your score lines really makes a difference when you're making boxes and bags. If you haven't used your bone folder, you should give it a try and do a test, do a comparison. Okay. Now we want to do some cutting. So we're going to cut the corners out. So I'm going to start here and I'm going to remove this section and I'm going to do this on all 4 corners, okay? Now what I'm going to do is cut up to the score line on this section. And I'm going to do that on all 4 sides. Now I'm going to remove this section right here and then trim this little tab, okay? A little to the left and a little to the right. And I'm going to do that on all 4 corners, okay? So remove this part. And there will be a box template for this box, so that will be free over on my blog. This will be week number 2 of the 12 weeks of Halloween, so it will be box template 2 for this series. Okay, so here's how it looks, okay? Now we want to do some assembling of the box, and I'm going to use liquid glue. Now you can use tear and tape, Stampin' Seal, Plus, whatever you want. I'm going to use glue because it seals it all the way to the edge. And so I'm going to put it, the glue on these 4 tabs and then attach it to this side panel over here, okay? So I'm going to start with one end. And then fold that over and then hold it and then do the same thing over here. And it just takes a second for it to dry, and it does dry clear. Okay, now this side, same thing. Okay. Now, these are going to fold in, the sides, and these are going to fold over. But I want to put a little bit of glue, a very thin line of glue on each side. You can use your tear and tape if you want. It does take a minute to get this to hold, but once it does, it's there. Okay, now this side. Okay, so you can see your little nugget's gonna fit there. It will also hold some cute little pins, so it's super long. You can get these darling little pins on Amazon. So if you didn't want to give candy, it will hold other things, okay? So now we're gonna add the cover, and let me show you how this is gonna work. So this is gonna go on the bottom, and then you're going to fold it like that. So technically, that's the top. So I'm going to put my adhesive here, and this time I'll just use my Stampin' Seal Plus. And I'm going to fold it over. Okay, it looks like I got just a smidge crooked, so I'm just going to snip that. Wait, let me take this box out before I do that. Yeah, okay. So we're going to take our 2 pieces of Designer Series paper, and they are going to overlap ever so slightly. So it's going to get covered up with the Highland Heather die, or Highland Heather cardstock. That element right there. I can't find my words. Yeah, so that's going to cover it up. So don't worry about it showing, because it's not. See, it overlaps just a teeny tiny bit. And we're going to attach that right there in the middle, which completely covers that up. So liquid glue again. I thought that this paper just kind of decorated the box perfectly. So all I added was just a greeting. It didn't need too much to make it cute. And that goes in the center there. We're going to use a Stampin' Dimensional to add the greeting. And then we're going to add one cute little star. These are the cute stars. I love them. And you could use any of the colors. I think I used the black one on that one. I'm going to stick with that color just for the sake of the photography that I have to do for the projects. Okay, so that wraps up this project. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel and don't forget to head over to my website and print your PDFs and box template. Okay, have a great day. Thanks so much.
Mm-hmm.